In this video, I'm going to show you how to cook a ribeye steak to perfection. So if you want to learn how, then stay tuned. Alright, so we've got this beautiful 900 gram bone-in ribeye. We've picked this up from our butcher at Austral Meats. It's the Black Onyx brand by Ranges Valley. Beautiful stuff, consistent quality. And we're going to season it up with one of our favourite beef rubs, being the Bronco Lane by Heavenly Hell. This stuff is awesome. Can't recommend it enough. So we'll go ahead and get this thing seasoned up. Alright, so a nice generous coating all over. Alright, so now our steak's all seasoned up. We're just going to let it sit for about 10 minutes while we set the barbecue up. This is going to allow our steak to come up to room temperature and cook much more evenly. And it's also going to allow them flavors to really settle into the steak. We've got some really unique flavors in this rub. You've got your normal salt, pepper, garlic, and then you've got things like beef bone broth powder and some freshly ground coffee beans. A really good combination of flavors that I love. Like I said, if you wanted to check this stuff out, I'll put a link in the description. But as for now, we're going to go ahead and set our barbecue up. We'll start by taking our cooking grate off, putting a drip tray in if you want to. And then for the smoke, we've got about 15 red hot briquettes. Open our side vent up, put our smoking wood on. I've gone with a bit of black wood from Natural Smoke today. It goes really well with beef. Then we can put our cooking grate back on. Shut our lid, open our top vent up, and because this is such a small cooker, this will only take a few minutes to get up to temperature. Alright, so we're going to reverse sear this steak today. So we're going to smoke it at about that 275 Fahrenheit or 135 Celsius range. So once our barbecue's up to temperature and all ready, we'll get this steak on. Alright, so our steak's on. We've got a meat probe in there too. We're basically just going to leave this now until we reach an internal of around 125 Fahrenheit or 52 degrees Celsius. I assume it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour to get there, so we'll come back then. Alright, so we've hit our target internal temperature, so what we're going to do now is get the steak out for a rest, and then we're going to set this little barbecue up for a sear. Alright, we're going to let our steak rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I find this a very important step, whether you're reverse searing or direct grilling. So today we're going to give it a rest in between the smoke and the sear. So we're not going to give it a rest after the sear because it doesn't need it. If you were direct grilling, you'd want to give your steak a good 10-minute rest after you've grilled it. So I find this super important because it lets all of the juices caught up in the meat just gently relax back through the whole cut, and you're going to get a much better eating experience as your steak's going to be juicy the whole way through, much more consistent and better eating. If you were to just cut your steak up without resting it, all of them juices are just going to pour out and you're not going to get a great eating experience. So in this 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to get some fresh briquettes on. We're going to get a full chimney of ashed over red hot briquettes, and we're going to convert this thing over to a searing setup. So let's get it started. All right, so we'll start by removing these cooking grates. Take our drip tray out, and we'll also get our smoking wood chunk and remove that as well, because that's just going to flare up and cause some inconsistent temperatures. And then we are going to bring our charcoal grate right up to the top level, because we're going to get a really nice hot sear going. And now all we've got to do is wait for our nice fresh red hot briquettes to be ready, and then we'll lay them out here, put our cooking grate on, and some upside down grill grates is going to be our grate of choice today. So we'll come back when it's ready. We're also just going to break down these burnt out briquettes just so we can get our fresh ones on nice and evenly. And now our fresh ones are ready to go. We'll get them on. We'll spread them out nice and evenly. And we'll get our cooking grate on. And then our upside down grill grates. All right, so I find that upside down grill grates or a cast iron pan gives a really nice sear, but if you want to go caveman or direct over coals, go for it. I'm going to get these up to about 600 degrees Fahrenheit or 315 degrees Celsius. I find that a really nice searing temp, and we're going to give it about a minute, maybe a minute and a half per side until we're happy with that sear, and then we're going to slice it up and serve it afterwards. All right, our steak's ready. Well, let's get stuck into it. Oof. Beautifully cooked. Try some from the rib cap first. That's probably my favourite part of the ribeye. So juicy. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, that is tender as so juicy. And that rub is out of this world. Oh my god. That is so enjoyable. Now we'll get the money shot. Oof. Look at that. I don't know how you like your steak, but to me, that is perfect. One of the best steaks I've done lately. If you can get hold of the Black Onyx range by Rangers Valley, get it. It is quality stuff. If you're in South Australia, Austral Meats have it. Head down there, tell them we sent you, and you got to try it. Let us know what you think about that steak. I'm going to go eat the rest of this off camera. I've got a good 800 grams left to get through. So we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.